Welcome to FluentFlow TV. If you want to improve your English with real conversations, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Let's begin.
All right, let's dive into today's topic, asking for a favor. You know, it's something we all encounter at some point, whether it's asking a roommate to pass the salt at dinner or needing a friend to help you move an old couch. So what's fascinating about asking for favors is the art of politeness behind it.
Wow, I never really thought of it that way. Like, I always just said, "Can you help me?" But it seems there's a whole strategy involved.
Exactly. It's not just about the favor itself, it's also about how you frame your request. For instance, think about Sarah in that scenario. Instead of demanding Tom's phone, she simply asked, "Would it be possible for me to use your phone for a quick call?" It's like, it creates a sense of respect and understanding, right?
Yeah, totally. Because if I just told someone to give me their phone, I would feel kind of bad about it. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of when I asked my older brother if he would help me with my science project. I was like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" It was so blunt.
Right. And how did he react to that?
He was a bit annoyed at first, I think. He just said, "Well, what are you going to do then?" That's when I realized I should have phrased it differently. Maybe something like, "Could you please help me with this project?"
You've hit the nail on the head. Phrasing can make all the difference. Plus, when you say, "please," it softens the request, making it more likely for the person to say yes. And there are so many phrases you can use, like, "I was wondering if," or "Do you mind?"
Ooh, those sound so much nicer. But, what if someone does say yes? How do you, make sure they feel appreciated for helping out?
Fantastic question. Expressing gratitude is key. You can thank the person in various ways. As Sarah said, "Thank you so much. You're a lifesaver." That's a warm, heartfelt way to convey appreciation. Other options include, "I really appreciate it," or even a simple, "Thanks a lot."
Got it. And what if I'm the one helping out? Should I respond in a certain way?
Yes. A relaxed affirmation makes it feel effortless for both parties. You could say, "No problem," or "Anytime." These phrases signal that you're happy to help, which helps build that positive connection.
Speaking of connections, isn't it funny how sometimes you just can't help someone? Like the guy who had a dentist appointment? That's happened to me. I've had to politely turn down friends asking for favors.
Exactly. It can be awkward, but it's perfectly okay to say no. Just start with an apology, like saying, "I'm sorry, I can't," shows you care.
I didn't even know how to do that. I would just sometimes make excuses and get nervous. But what if I said, "Unfortunately, I'm not able to"? Does that work?
Absolutely. That's a smooth way to decline while remaining polite. Here's the thing. Honesty matters. Giving a genuine reason, like, "I have other plans," makes it more understanding for the person asking.
Wow, I feel like I'm learning a lot today. And I like that idea of negotiating favors. That's like trading Pokemon cards, but for help.
Haha, exactly. It's like swapping services. I'll cover your shift if you cover mine. So think about it as a partnership.
I don't know about you, but I can totally see this applying to almost everything in life. What's a favor you'd ask someone? It could be anything.
Well, I think I'd ask my neighbor to keep an eye on my plants while I'm away. How about you?
Oh, I'd ask my friend to help me bake cookies. But I should probably ask it in a nice way, right?
Absolutely. The way you ask sets the tone for the favor. Keep practicing those polite requests.
For sure. So, if I say, "Would it be possible to swing by the store and grab some eggs?" Is that good?
Perfect! Exactly like that. You're getting the hang of it.
Yay! I'm so excited for the next conversation.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Remember, practice makes perfect, and we can't wait to hear your thoughts.
And don't forget to share your stories in the comments. Catch you later.
Thank you for listening to FluentFlow TV. If you enjoyed this conversation and want to improve your English naturally through real-life dialogues, make sure you subscribe and join our growing community. Practice a little every day, speak with confidence, and keep your English flowing.